Are we live?
We're live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Swiss Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. A little too much?
That's excessive.
That's fine. So thank you all for joining us. This is our honest review section of our Spotlight stream, where we talk about the game that we just played, in this case, Millennium Blades by Level 99.
Yeah.
Level 99 Games. And we talk about our favorite parts of the game and any constructive criticism that we have for the game going forward. But first and foremost, who are we? We're Twist Gaming, and I'm Matt.
I'm Josh.
And I'm the disembodied voice of TP.
Thank you for joining us, TP. Thank you for controlling everything behind the scenes. And before we go any further, we would like to point out that this stream and all of this week's streams are sponsored by Millennium Blades by Level 99 Games, as well as the Custom Kingdom Death Gear Grids by Lightning and Lace. So big shout out to both of those. And if you haven't had a chance, go watch our Spotlight session if you're watching on video on demand. It was a lot of fun. Josh barely eked out a victory.
Just barely.
It was good, though.
It's good.
So first and foremost, Josh, since you were the winner, you get to talk about your favorite parts of the game first. So what
we
really...
skipped the first part. What was the game?
You tell us. You tell me.
It's a simulation of a collectible card game.
Just the
do you want to explain that more, Matt?
Yeah. So you are not playing a collectible card game. You are playing as a player of a collectible card game.
Yes.
So you're controlling a player and kind of doing an overall overarching strategy for how they play. And you do the tournaments, you buy booster packs, you buy and sell cards, you trade cards, you discard cards, you collect cards.
Yeah. We never traded cards.
We never trade cards. I hate you. But it's very meta. That's the best way to describe it.
All the meta.
All the meta.
And then all the references in the cards.
Yeah,
there's
they all reference pop culture, gaming nerdy pop culture stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't get half of them, and I know I'm not the most pop culture person, but like I try my best.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Like show both sides of the card.
Oh, there you go. This is the Legend of Tananana.
What does it say under that?
I can't read that. That is Link to the Ocarina's Awakening of the Future Past. Oh my gosh. Then you have Mystic Hero Lincoln.
Yeah. What's the flavor text?
The flavor text here is he saved the world over 30 times already. Unfortunately, Princess Helga always gets the credit instead.
Wonderful. I didn't even read the so we played the game. It's a deck builder. It's
got a little bit of set collection.
It's like set collection. A little bit, not bidding mechanics, but market mechanics.
So apologize in advance. We might seem a little off right now. We're going to stumble on our words a little bit. This game is overwhelming. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's meant to have a lot of things going on at once. It's meant to be kind of chaotic, and it kind of takes a lot out of you.
It's supposed to mimic like you at a tournament for a game, and you're collecting cards, and you're doing your drafts, and like that hecticness of it, and you don't know all the rules necessarily, and it's crazy.
So, Josh, what were some of your favorite parts of this game?
All right, I think most cards in the game. Most, not all of them. No, I think pretty much all of them have unique flavor text. And there's a lot of cards.
There's a lot of cards. There's very few duplicates. There's like 2 or 3 here and there, but there's a lot of cards. Josh, we don't have the same deck that we started with. There's probably a stack this high.
This is the cards I didn't use.
Yeah, that's about half. Actually, I think that's less than half of what we had in total.
Yeah, it's probably like a third of the cards.
So it's a Scooby-Doo sandwich size deck of cards.
Yeah.
And they're all different, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of cards.
But that's the cool thing about the game, is that there's so much going on that you don't feel like you're hitting redundancy, because you are constantly drawing new things and you're being bombarded with new stuff. So they at the beginning of each of the draft rounds you're dealt 6 cards, and it's akin to you opening up your booster pack. Then you have 7 minutes where you're buying and selling cards and trying to build a set, and then once that 7 minutes is up,
But there's also the meta.
there's also a meta, which is like a unique modifier for that round. And then all of a sudden 7 minutes is up, and then you get dealt 6 more cards.
Yeah, you get another
and
pack.
you have $30 in cash that you're buying cards with, and each card ranges from $3 to like $7 in cash.
Yeah.
So you're buying and selling cards, and you could scrap cards and use those to purchase like special promo packs. And then there's trading, and that's just the deck building part.
Yeah, no, there's just like everything going on. You're doing collection. There's a lot. Like the game is overall simple. Like me and Matt went over the game, and he's like, "Oh, this isn't that bad. There's just information overload."
Right, and that again, that's the point.
Yes.
So, what's some of your favorite stuff?
I love the flavor. The flavor is...
This game has flavor for days, but I would like to say that it's got flavor for days, but the main flavor is cheese.
all
This
the
game
cheese.
is cheesy. It's really funny. The Mystic Hero Lincoln, the spoofiness, like the cheesy spoofiness,
Oh,
that's
it's
half
there.
the cards in this game, if not more. There's the James Bomb, and it's 006 plus 1, and it's just like, it's grown humor. It's like, it's one of those, and it's cute, but it's part of the bombarding. Just because not only are you getting all of these unique cards, but you're getting bombarded with references and stuff too.
Yes. And like one of the things, like I love flavor text. The issue with some of these games is there's
So hold on, there's a comment in chat here, which is perfect. And this game is a highly realistic CCG simulator. I always wind up spending all my cash and then tossing out 90% of what I purchased.
yeah, it's true.
Yes.
The cool thing.
Yes.
The cool thing is the cash. This is going to green screen.
Yeah. So
Show the cash.
Josh, you are looking for something, but I'll talk about this. So you get 1s, 10s, and 5s. And it's not just Monopoly money. It's a stack of Monopoly money that you band together into a stack of cash. So while all this is going on, you're like, I'm buying this card. I'm buying that card. No, give me money. Make change. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I think that it's a really nice touch that we've got the banded paper money in the game. There's quite a bit of money in the game, too. So it's got its little band. And actually, I was surprised. I thought we were going to have a problem with them falling apart on us. Like,
They're actually held together with sticker.
oh, it's a sticker
It's
all
a
the way
sticker,
around.
yeah. So there's like adhesive that keeps.
I still had a feeling that like one of
Like
them
one
would
would
fly
fall
out the
out, yeah.
middle or something. We were fairly violent with them, so that's pretty cool about that.
I guess as long as you do it tight enough, then it's not an issue.
So Matt,
Right.
I wanted you to show off some of the cheese.
Oh, okay. Everyone's favorite, the Super Plumber Brothers. So TP, if you could move that card cam a little bit. So Super Plumber Brothers. I don't know what that's referencing, and Brioche. Come on, like,
Swamp play.
Cards from the Crypt. So, you got your horror movie reference. You got your Psycho Killer. And then the flavor text on that. Before I even read the flavor text, I'm like, "Da, da, 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 da," and then that's the flavor text is the song, Psycho Killer. And Josh and I, of course, if you saw the stream, we were being idiots whenever that card came up. We've got Lightning Bug, which
Everyone's favorite
one season show.
canceled show.
Yeah. And that we have Walsh. Not, well, it's Walsh. How about Fantasy Finale? I don't know Roman numerals that well. MCLXVII2. And you have Sky, Master of the Clockblade. And then finally, how about
I don't know what that's just cheese. That's pure cheese.
that?
Mouse card.
Literally pure cheese. It's mouse card, and the text is green screening, but it's cheese.
It is cheese.
And it is, well, it's a deck box with cheese on it. A better mousetrap.
Better mousetrap. And I know that's a reference to something. I don't know what it is off the.
Maybe the game Mousetrap.
Oh, it could be mousetrap.
It's a zany action. Crazy contraption. So I know that's one of your favorite parts of the game was the theme, the cheese, the flavor.
And like I love the little flavor text.
Mm-hmm.
The game was so hectic. I didn't have a chance to read any of the flavor text during the game.
You don't. You kind of appreciate it more after the fact.
Yeah. Oh, here's a James Bond card.
Yeah. 00 James Bomb 006 +1. And you have Grill instead of Jaws.
Yeah.
Such grown humor. All right, so what else stood out to you, Josh?
I like the tournament strategy.
Yeah.
I did horrible the second one because I totally forgot what I was building and just bloop.
And again, I think that's part of the hecticness. You have to manage your deck building within that time frame. We ended a little early too.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were set, but I guess we learned our lesson.
Oh. But Matt was just, he got a good combo and he just used it every single time. And I should have built a deck to counter it. And I probably could have.
And that's my, like, I should have actually changed up my strategy a little bit too. To kind
like, every time I played a different deck.
Yeah. I played mine really poorly the second time around. But irregardlessly, that's the right way to say it, right? So my favorite parts about this game, I love the tableau. This is a great item. It's fantastic. It's thick stock. It's got two sides. So you got the one side specifically for the deck building phase, which guess what? It's got references everywhere. It shows you the anatomy of the card. So you can see exactly, well, first off here, look. You got your symbols. So you got your rarities, your types, your elements. Then moving over, you've got the anatomy of the card where it spells out what each thing on the card means and what it does. And then you have your special effect ability. And then finally, you've got your market area where it tells you exactly how to complete each one of the actions. And then it's got a special area where it's got your deck and it says, oh, you have to pick this many cards. You're allowed a deck box, 2 accessories, and 8 singles. And it says you will play 6 singles over the course of the tournament. Then it's got a collection area. And everything is spelled out really clearly on that card. And then on the back side here, you've got the tableau. It's got the tracker built into the top for your points, your rank point tracker. And it's got spots for everything. It's got the symbols again on this side. I love that. It's got a quick reference, and it's extremely functional.
You know, the other thing you loved is because I'm going to tell you. Variable player abilities.
I was getting there.
That's your thing.
Getting there. So, yes, my favorite thing about games is when they have unique player abilities, just because I think it adds a lot to the replayability of the game. I don't think this game's going to suffer from that.
No. So in the setup, there was the core cards. And then there was the single card expansion packs, and then there was the silver card there's different classes.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on.
And
so we each got
pick
our...
like 4 of these, the premium packs, and the single, and so it said like pick like 4 of like 8, or pick like 3 of like 8. So like I grabbed like some random one, and each games have their own little, each grouping of cards have their own little like play style.
Right. And we have player abilities, and the player abilities affect both the deck building phase as well as a tournament phase. And then on top of that too, you have your unique locations that you can play with, which alter either your deck building or your tournament phase or both.
Yeah.
So it's just got a lot of modifiers to change up what's going on. You've got your metas, which give you bonus points based on your types or your element, or types and your elements, depending what you draw. It's got a lot of customization, and I think they added customization to every single part of this game. Like there was cards that allowed you to play extra cards in your tableau, extra gear, extra accessories, extra deck boxes. Is there anything that you couldn't get your grubby little paws on and adjust?
I thought there was a lot of stuff going on, and we did the 2-player variant. We didn't do quite a full game,
and there's actually more stuff going on in a multiplayer variant.
Yep.
So, is there anything else that you want to point out about what you really liked about this game before moving forward?
I think
the art style is pretty cool too. I mean, it's solid across the board. Yeah. Everything matches up with each other nicely. I don't think there's a disconnect anywhere. It's got that kind of Japanese, animation. Anime style artwork for everything.
The back of the cards look like booster packs.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool from a graphic design standpoint. Just the little foil edging there to make it look like a booster pack. It is kind of hard to see. I'm trying to find one without a green tinge in the background.
All kind of a greenish.
Yeah, I don't know how lucky we're gonna be there. How about maybe this guy?
It's a little better.
So it's a little better, but it looks kind of like a foil booster pack. How you've got the stamped sealed edges on that. Okay, so Josh, moving forward, do you have any criticisms about the game that you felt could have been handled a little bit better or you would have changed up if given the opportunity?
So here's my biggest criticism is cleaning up this game. I got to go through all these cards and sort them back into each pile.
Right.
And the other thing that would be nice is if there were dividers in the game. There's no dividers. So the storage solutions...
In the box, you mean?
Yeah, in the box. So the storage is kind of I mean, it's not...
That's all on him. He cleans up everything.
I clean up everything. So, like, that's... Like, doing the setup and everything and, like, getting everything sorted out. Like, I realized, I didn't have everything sorted right and I wasn't sure what I was doing. It adds to the cleanup time.
Right.
Which isn't a huge thing. It's just... It's a step.
So one thing that I thought was kind of odd was the money.
Yes, that's the other thing.
So you have $10 bills, and you have them in a stack of 10, and it's $10.
Yep.
I don't get that.
Should be 100.
It should be 100. Which, I mean, you could modify the stars or something like that to make it work. I don't know. Like, you could modify the bills or something like that. But I just thought that was odd. It doesn't really detract from the game. I just thought it was a moment, you know? I'm trying to think of what else. And like we try to find criticisms within the games. We don't like to go, oh well, it was great the way it was, and we love it. And, you know, we just want to point out anything that kind of raised a little bit of a red flag to us.
I said, oh god, it's not a CG price. It's $80 for the game, not your life spending.
Yeah.
For all the booster packs.
Yeah, that's true. So how about you, Josh? What else?
I think that was the biggest thing. I had fun playing. My brain's just still overloaded.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the game.
I'm trying to think of what would be a little bit better. I'm thinking maybe it has to do... Okay, so you've got your special effects on your card. You have the card anatomy, right? Mm-hmm. That's a great graphic. That's a great piece of information. You only use that information on this side of the board, though.
Okay.
Be
nice if it was on the tableau side.
So I have a question for you guys.
Go for it.
You guys seem to, forget rules here and there.
Yeah.
And do you attribute that to it being a new game that you're playing for the first time? Or do you contribute that to the hecticness of it?
So there's always a little bit of issue there, I think, when you learn a game for the first time, just to clarify things. But ordinarily, we would stop and look through the rule book and clarify and stuff like that. One, we have a little bit of a limitation because of the stream.
Of course.
Because we don't want to sit here and read in front of you. But two, this game is on a timer, which I was surprised. I thought that we weren't going to hit the timer as often as we did.
Yeah.
It's on a timer. Everything's going on at once. You're so focused on getting your bookkeeping and stuff done, your set collection, your building of your deck and stuff, that you're not thinking about every single rule. And I believe you said that there's kind of something addressing that in the rule book of the game.
Yeah,
right?
if, like, you forget something, it's like, oh well, you're out of luck. Can't go back and fix it.
Right.
Like, it's part of the rules to be that way because it's supposed to be that hectic kind of mess. So we tried to do it to the best of our ability. I would have liked a little bit of a step-by-step turn guide kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Kind of repointing out all those little things.
Wait. Quick reference guide?
There you go.
I mean, there's a quick reference guide on the on these sheets. But, like, it just doesn't have the turn order of how the phases go. So that would have been nice. And I had one other thing that I was going to mention, and it
slipped your mind.
Yeah. So you mentioned this before.
What's that?
The left side and the right side.
Oh, yeah.
The types and the elements.
Yeah. On these cards here, it's a little hard to see. But on the left-hand side, that's going to be all of your types. And on the right-hand side, it's all of your elements. But everywhere else, it's referenced opposite, where your elements are on your left and your types are on your right.
Yep.
Very nitpicky, but glancing at it quickly a few times, it confused me just because you're used to seeing the breakdown in a certain order. So,
Yeah, so that was a minor thing. But I think
I think that's everything that I wanted to touch on, though. So how about yourself, Josh?
Is it time for the most important question?
I think it is. So who are you asking first?
Matt.
Me?
Well, you lost.
What is... wow.
So
Wow.
you have a bias when you win.
I guess that's true.
So as the loser, would you play it again?
Yes, if Josh set it up. There's a lot of setup and teardown from this game, and
Setup's not too bad. It's a teardown. So
that's assuming you put it away correctly
That's
the last
true.
time. I feel like that would be a little on the overwhelming side of things. The play time is a little bit daunting, in my opinion. I think the fact that it's on the box, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
We played just the two of us, and what did we hit? Actually, there, TP, we hit about 2 hours,
Just about
right?
2 hours, which is surprising considering we tend to go about 40 to 50% longer with the stream.
That is true. We did use timers for a good chunk of it, though, so that could be attributed to that. That it kept it kind of flowing a little bit more. But I think getting into a 5-player game, ooh,
It would not be streamable.
no.
I mean,
It
we
would
could
be.
stream it, but
We would
like,
be
you have no idea.
exhausted.
We would just be yelling at each other, and stream might not know what's going on.
I mean, that might be entertaining of
It
itself.
might be.
Josh would. Oh, sorry.
I would love to try it again with a mass number of people. I feel like my brain might explode. But yes, I would play it again just because there's so much customization going on. I think it definitely appeals to me in that sense.
Ooh.
And Josh, what about you? Would you play it again?
Yes, but this is like we're gonna play this one game tonight, and that's it. I'm not playing anything after this because my brain's fried.
So, in the immortal words of Cookie Monster, and I'm paraphrasing here, this is a sometimes food. This is not something we can play every week, I don't think, just because we would get or multiple times a day, rather. I think is what I'm more looking at. Like I don't know if my
we did
brain
game
can
night, I
handle
think
it.
I could play this game and then nothing else.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I don't
It's
even
not
think
a
I do
party
like
game.
What?
It's not a party game.
No.
No,
And
it's not. It's we play this and like I'm good. My brain needs to go take a nap.
You're satiated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just
It's a different animal than a lot of other games.
yeah.
So, is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
No, I had a lot of fun. I would definitely play it again.
It definitely was a lot of fun, but I need to shut my
Decompress?
brain off now. This is good though. So thank you all for joining us. This was our honest review section of our spotlight of Millennium Blades by Level 99 Games. Big shout out to them because they were a sponsor this week. Anything else that we need to point out before we're signing off?
I think we're good for now. I can't think.
Yeah, I agree. So this is Twist Gaming signing off. I'm Matt.
Josh.
I'm the disembodied voice of TP.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.